Hey y'all, hopping on real quick, specifically for those of us in the Houston area who are hearing and processing the news around the cancellation of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo related to precautionary measures that are being taken to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. I know for those of us, of course, this is something that's affecting our world. But today, for those of us that are in Houston, this is something that is now hitting close to home. And so, what I am very aware of is that for those of us that may be inclined towards panic, anxiety, worry, today's announcement can act as a catalyst and a trigger for those things. So, for people that are dealing with anxiety on a regular day, right, something that others may label as little, are actually very big things. And so, when news of something like this consumes our headlines and becomes very loud in our community, it can serve as a gateway to anxiety, not only around the news, but around other things. So, a few things that I would share for those of you that may be finding yourself in this space is to engage the counterintuitive practice of welcoming and naming exactly how you feel. So if you feel anxiety, that would sound something like welcome anxiety. Noticing how it feels in your body to say that. Welcome fear. Again, noticing in your body to be aware of how that feels. Now, most people would not take that stance, because why would you want to welcome that into your experience? So this is different because you're already experiencing it. So you're not calling it to yourself. What you're doing is staying in your power by naming how you feel and allowing your body to process that energy. And in the processing, it will pass. So again, you're not calling this to you. It's something that you're already feeling. When you name it and when you welcome it, you actually begin to disempower the effect that it is having on you physically, and you stay in your true power. The second thing I would offer up is to practice presence. Where are you right now? What do you see? What do you smell? Even bringing your awareness to your breath. These are things that can root you in the present moment when your mind is starting to spin and fast forward towards things that have not happened, may not happen, will not happen. So where are you? What can you use that is right in front of you or within your grasp or within your body right now to bring you into full presence? The other thing is there's a big difference between being informed and being consumed. Do you have the information that you need to know for today? The rodeo is canceled. Events that have been planned by the city of Houston for the city of Houston are canceled. We're supposed to be washing our hands. We were supposed to be doing that before today. We are supposed to practice proper etiquette when we cough and we sneeze. Again, this is not news, right? Proper etiquette when it comes to coughing and sneezing and washing our hands and staying home when we don't feel good. This is not new information. So what information do you need to know today? And what is the threshold of that information and being consumed by it? I, like many people in Houston, watched the press conference today. I heard what I needed to hear, and at one point in the press conference, there was a lot of forecasting and projecting about possibilities, possible situations in the future, which could happen, and also they couldn't. So when that began, when the collective imagination of the leaders in our city started to spin, which that's their job, right? To think about possible scenarios, I turned it off because I had the information that I needed to have for today. Obviously, if you work in the medical industry, you're going to have access to and need a different level of information than those of us who are going to our day-to-day jobs, grocery shopping, spending time with kids, things like that. People that are traveling, you need a different set of information. If you have fear, panic, anxiety, what information do you need to know for you at this moment? So this means being aware of how you're feeling and monitoring how much information you take in. Social media breaks, news breaks, not hitting those links that are being sent and forwarded. What do you need to know? And then the final thing that I would share is the power that rests in our collective consciousness or our collective awareness. So the power of prayer, the power of holding our healthcare providers and our city leaders and our world in prayer and in love is very powerful. So what we're experiencing right now is a collective energy, and we're all feeling that. And in addition to that feeling is also the collective availability of love, of prayer, of holding space for healing, of holding space for overall wholeness. So I hope that helps. I'm here. You can send me a message, and I'll be here to stand in this space with you. As for now, my present circumstance is my 8-year-old washing her hands, and we are about to go spend some time together. So I send you love, I send you peace, and I send you joy today.